The Lives of the Saints by Father Alban Butler, February 16th, St. Onesimus the Slave. He was a Phrygian by birth, slave to Philemon, a person of note of the city of Colossae, converted to the faith by St. Paul. Having robbed his master and being obliged to fly, he providentially met with St. Paul, then a prisoner for the faith at Rome, who there converted and baptized him, and sent him with his canonical letter of recommendation to Philemon, by whom he was pardoned, set at liberty, and sent back to his spiritual father, whom he afterwards faithfully served. That apostle made him, with Tychicus, the bearer of his epistle to the Colossians, and afterwards, as St. Jerome and other fathers witness, a preacher of the gospel and a bishop. The Greeks say he was crowned with martyrdom under Domitian in the year 95, and keep his festival on the 15th. Bede, Ado, Usward, the Roman and other Latin martyrologists mention him on the 16th of February. Baronius and some others confound him with St. Onesimus, the third Bishop of Ephesus, after St. Timothy, who was succeeded first by John, then by Caius. This Onesimus showed great respect and charity to St. Ignatius when on his journey to Rome in 107, and is highly commended by him. When a sinner, by the light and power of an extraordinary grace, is snatched like a firebrand out of the fire and rescued from the gates of hell, we cannot wonder if he is swallowed up by the deepest and most lively sense of his own guilt and of the divine mercy. If such a one loves much, because much has been forgiven him, if he endeavors to repair his past crimes by heroic acts of penance and all virtues, and if he makes haste to redeem his lost time by a zeal and vigilance hard to be imitated by others, hence we read of the first love of the Church of Ephesus as more perfect. The ardor of the compunction and love of a true penitent is compared to the unparalleled love of Judah in the day of her espousal. This ardor is not to be understood as a passing sally of the purest passions, as a short-lived fit of fervor or desire of perfection, as a transient taste or sudden transport of the soul. It must be sincere and constant. With what excess of goodness does God communicate himself to souls which thus open themselves to him? With what caresses does he often visit them? With what a profusion of graces does he enrich and strengthen them? It often happens that, in the beginning, God, either to allure the frailty of a new convert or to fortify his resolution against hazardous trials, favors him with more than usual communications of the sweetness of his love, and ravishes him by some glances, as it were, of the beatific vision. His tenderness was not less when, for their spiritual advancement, their exercise in heroic virtues, and the increase of their victories and glory, he conducted them through severe trials. On the other side, with what fidelity and ardor did these holy penitents improve themselves daily in divine love and all virtues. Alas, our coldness and insensibility, since our pretended conversion from the world and sin, is a far greater subject of amazement than the extraordinary fervor of the saints in the divine service.